With budget challenges still looming for the city of Burlington, the mayor is now officially proposing more cuts to city staff to save money. Only this time around, she thinks she can do it by only cutting vacant positions rather than ones that are already filled. ABC 22's Matt Holderman joining me now live in the newsroom tonight as this budget deadline is getting closer. We're 2 months away.
Yeah, Lauren, that's exactly right. The mayor is looking to cut 13 vacant positions and keep another 13 vacant ones on top of that unfilled for at least another year. So that is a total of 26 positions we are talking about here. She says it could save about $2 million, which could come close to closing the rest of the remaining budget gap.
We continue to have a structural budget challenge in our general fund budget.
At Monday night's Burlington City Council meeting, Mayor Emma Mulvaney-Stanek announced some new details in her plan to balance the city's fiscal year 2027 budget. And for the second year in a row, it will include reductions to city government. Only this time around, she says it's just vacant positions that are on the chopping block.
But I want to emphasize, after a lot of diligence and hard work, our budget will include no reductions in force of filled positions. And I want to say that again because last year was very difficult.
In total, the mayor is looking to get rid of 13 vacant positions and keep another 13 vacant ones unfilled, which could save a couple $1 million. This is all happening because the city faces a budget gap of roughly $11 million, meaning they need to find $11 million more just to keep providing all of the services the city currently offers. She attributes that gap to a loss of COVID-era funding combined with overhiring and overspending in previous budget years and not enough new houses being built to grab property taxes from. On town meeting day, voters approved a 5-cent police and fire tax increase, which the mayor says will help raise about $3 million, closing between 25% and 30% of the gap. The city has also found another roughly $5 million in spending cuts they can make over the last few months, meaning the axing of these vacant positions could take care of the remaining gap. The mayor told us last month that personnel cuts were on the table, but that it's the last thing she wants to do. That said, if there is still a budget gap left to fill after this, further staff cuts could still be an option.
Any reduction in staff will be the last resort, but I cannot promise that's not part of this budget because it is such a cost driver overall for the city.
And the mayor says rising health care costs for employees is really the biggest cost driver there that makes it so expensive to have city staff, and why getting rid of staff is such an effective money-saving measure, even though it is the last thing she wants to do. The mayor has until June 15th to submit her budget to City Council, and Council has until the end of June to approve one. We will keep following this story, but for now, reporting live in the newsroom, Matt Holderman, ABC 22 News.